So I'm a stroke neurologist, and I meet with people all the time who've recently had a stroke or might even be in the hospital with their stroke. And I was taught to counsel them to exercise regularly, lose weight, be more active. And I found that it was very easy to say that, but very hard to make my patients be successful at that. And I really didn't understand the barriers to success for patients when it came to exercise until I started to reflect on my own behavior, which is that I was active, I wasn't overweight, but I wasn't exercising at the levels that I was recommending to all my patients. And I said to myself, what would it take for me to go from this sporadic 2 or 3 days a week, kind of intermittent exercise to doing 30 minutes a day every day? Could I actually do 30 minutes a day for 30 days in a row? And if I couldn't, why not? And if I could, what would I learn in that process? And so right after Christmas last year, that's what I started doing, was 30 minutes of some kind of workout every day. And I found that I actually was able to fit 30 minutes into my day. It's not that much time to ask of yourself to give over. And it was hard in the beginning, but over time it actually became a routine, and then it became a source of enjoyment. And now when I exercise, and I'm still doing it pretty much every day of the week, it's because I want to and it's for me, not because it's something I'm supposed to do. So part of what I learned in this process that actually surprised me was how self-critical I had been. That I was so attuned to being afraid of failing at exercising, that it was some kind of test, or it was a test of my character, or it was a test of my physical ability, rather than this is something I'm doing for myself, something positive. And so I actually think that for a lot of my patients, it's that negative voice, it's the fear of failure, it's this sense of, it's the flip side of empowerment. If we're so empowered to make ourselves healthy and we fail, what does that say about us? So for me, it was really about turning the narrative around. And now when I talk to my patients, I talk to them specifically about this issue. It's hard. You may feel like you're failing. The key is to use routines, because willpower alone will not do it. No one has a strong enough willpower to do it only on willpower. You have to make it a routine, because ultimately, there are only two things that we can do. We can change our routines, our habits, and we can change our environment. Everything else is not up to us. And if your environment is filled with people who are unhealthy or don't exercise, who smoke, who drink excessively, you are much more likely to follow those habits. It's just human nature. So you have to find an environment for yourself that feels healthy and that works, and then find a way to make this a routine.